Hiya! In today's episode of Bridging to a 7, we'll look at simultaneous equations with logarithms. I know that this can be very scary to some of you, but if you want to secure 7, you need to know your log laws inside out. This question is taken from the AEA 2006. So for those who are new, AEA is the Advanced Extension Award, which targets the top 5% of students taking A-level maths. So, without any further ado, let's get started. The first equation looks a lot simpler than the second equation, so let's try to manipulate that first. If we do change of base, we would know that 1 divided by log base y of x is log base x of y. Therefore, essentially, this has to be true. And therefore, log base x of y is either 1 or negative 1. This means that y is equal to x, or y is equal to 1 divided by x. You are, however, given that x is greater than y. Because of that, x cannot be equal to y, it has to be equal to 1 over x. We can then use this information to solve the simultaneous equations by plugging it into equation 2. Wherever you see y, you replace it with 1 over x. Let's see if we can get it to the same base. So, I will change the base for the right-hand side. One over x is x to the power of negative 1. Put them together. Because they now have the same base, we can add them. To add two logarithms with the same base, you multiply the arguments. And therefore, you would get this. All that's left for you to do is to solve this hidden quadratic equation. Multiply the entire equation by x squared. You would then notice that this is a hidden quadratic in x squared. So, if necessary, you can also use a dummy variable. You don't have to. This is a very simple equation, so I'm just going to use the quadratic formula to solve for t. The coefficients of a, b, and c are 1, -1, and -1 respectively. Therefore, delta is equal to 5. And thus, t is 1 plus or minus root 5 divided by 2. Be very careful here again. T is equal to x squared. Because of that, it is always greater or equal to 0. So we have to reject the negative root. T is therefore 1 plus root 5 by 2. That would be our only solution. X is therefore plus or minus the square root of this. But once again, pay attention to a domain. You're given that x is greater than y and greater than 0. So once again, we cannot accept the negative root. So this is our only solution, and we have to find the corresponding value of y. Et voila, your final answer would be square root of 1 plus root 5 divided by 2, square root of 2 divided by 1 plus root 5. And this is the end of the AEA question on logarithms. This is the hardest question that you can expect on the exam for section A. I don't think they would go much further than this.